everyone, today's video is going to be about the new Nomad Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, the Verona palette, and I am very excited to tell you all about this in today's video. If you are new, please subscribe. I upload 4 videos a week. I love makeup. It is my passion. I like to talk about new and old makeup on my channel. I like to do a lot of Shop My Sash and Project Pan videos in addition to trying new things out as well. This palette was sent to me in PR from Nomad Cosmetics. I have 3 other of their eyeshadow palettes. 2 of them I bought myself, and then this one and one other one I got in PR. So yeah, I'm here to tell you my thoughts, and if you want to see about the other Nomad palettes I have, you can search for those on my channel. I recently did do a shorts tutorial with the Iceland palette, which is amazing, by the way. I love that one. So yeah, let's just get into this video. I am going to show you this makeup look, swatches, and all of that. Here is the packaging. They have some of the best artwork out there. It is amazing. So the theme of this palette is Verona, Italy, Amore e Morte, love and death. And it's supposed to have the duality of love and death in like this double-sided packaging. So here you have the dark side, and then here you have the love, brighter, more colorful side. It is really beautiful. I am very much into this color story. I don't think that this opening out packaging is like the most thing practically, because it's kind of hard to use the mirrors because it's a long palette, but the packaging is beautiful and the artwork is amazing. So they have a lot of destination themed palettes. Like I said, I have the Fire and Ice one, the Hudson Valley, and the Fête de Provence, and I think they're all great. So let's just go ahead and start doing some swatches, and then I'll show you this eye look. Okay, here are the swatches for the love side of the palette. As you can tell, a lot of pinks and reds, and I love pink eyeshadow, so I am definitely a fan of this. A couple of these shades do look a little bit similar to each other, so that is just something to note. I think a few of the pinks are kind of similar. And something I've noticed doing the eye look and the swatches is that the shimmers in this palette are more on the sheer side, but the mattes are very smooth, pigmented, seem really consistent with the other Nomad Cosmetics palettes I own. Okay, here is the dark side of the palette, and I have to say I do like this side better. I feel like it's a bit more unique and interesting, and you get this amazing duochrome. This one is called Tragedy, and I do have that one in the center of the lid. And it is really beautiful. It has a dark base to it. This is one of my favorite shades in the palette. And I do think that these are more metallics, where the shimmers on the pink and red side are a bit more on the sheer side. So I prefer this side. I feel like the pinks and reds are beautiful, but I have those colors a lot. I feel like this side is more unique and interesting. Yeah, I just think this side of the palette is a bit more fun and unique to my collection as well. The mattes are really, really consistent with other Nomad palettes that I've tried. They're really, really smooth and easy to blend and very high pigment. They're a bit on the thin side, so that means that you don't really have to blend them that much. I love the mattes, and I think that these mattes are very, very consistent with other palettes from them. I think the shimmers on this side are more of those sheer shimmers, which are nice, but personally, I just prefer more like metallic shades. So I do prefer the 3 on the dark side of the palette. Here is a close-up, but I do think that the 2 sides complement each other really, really well. I used both sides for this eye look, as you're gonna see shortly. I do think it's beautiful. I really, really do. These bright pinks and reds are really, really lovely. I do feel like I have these though in other palettes in my collection, whereas this side, like I said before, I think it's a bit more unique and interesting, but I think the duality, it works really well together, and it's a really cool concept. I gotta say that their color stories and themes, it all just works together really well. You can tell that it's a really well thought out. So overall, I really like this palette. If I had not gotten this in PR, I totally would have bought it myself because I do really like the other Nomad palettes I own. And I think the whole duality thing is really, really cool. Like if you look at just this side of the palette, that in itself is a really awesome, like deep and smoky color story. So that's pretty interesting to kind of look at them separately. They totally look like 2 separate palettes, but combined, they still make sense as a color story. So yeah, those are my thoughts. And yeah, let's get into this eye look. All right, here's the palette, and I definitely want to do a look combining both sides. And I definitely want to do more looks, hopefully as a YouTube short. So if there's a specific type of look you want to see with this palette, please let me know. I've been loving doing the short tutorials. So I am going to go ahead and start with the pink called Balcony, and I'm going to put that in the crease. Yep, that's a very pigmented shade. Let's maybe put some over here. And I do like that the Nomad formula, the mattes, especially colorful mattes, are very, very easy to work with. They just blend out pretty much on their own. So I really like their matte, colorful formula especially. All right, so I used this shade. I want to move to this side of the palette and use this dark matte burgundy called, oh, it's called Dark. Perfect. Makes sense. I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. Beautiful. I like that layered with the pink quite a bit. Just put a little bit more and blend that out. Their mattes require very little blending. I'm going to go with a black shade called Death. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Blend this out. All right, let's go with this shimmer, which is called Romeo. And I do think I need my setting spray if I can find that. This one is more of like a sheer shimmer, I think is how they described it. Ooh, pretty. So I think on top of that, I'm gonna do the one called Comedy. A lot of sparkle in that shade. Very, very pretty. And let's do the other eye. And then the shade I'm most excited for is Tragedy. That one looks amazing. I'm very, very pumped to use that one. All right, so I'm putting the shade Tragedy all over center of the lid and then kind of up from there. That is gorgeous. Okay, I love that one so much. Oh, very, very pretty. And then I will deepen up the outer corner again too. Yeah, this one is really pretty. So it has like a deeper base to it. Very nice. I've mixed the black and the matte burgundy on the outer corner just to deepen this up again. And I'm just going to blend this with the light pink called Paradise. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up the fallout, finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back. Alrighty, here's the final look, and on the lower lash line, I used this shade right here called Dagger, and then I went back to this shimmer Comedy, put that in the inner corner with a little bit of, yeah, so this is kind of hard for me to maneuver, this pink here on the inner corner as well. So this one is one of the more sheer shades in the palette, but overall, like I said, mattes are absolutely amazing. The shimmers are beautiful as well, but keep in mind some of the shimmers are a bit more on the sheer side. But yeah, I think packaging, color, story, formula, very, very good, especially the mattes, definitely my favorite. But I do think the winner of this palette for me is, well, I like that side too, but the winner for me is the dark side. I just feel like this is super cool, interesting, and fun color story. So that is it for this video. Let us know, are you buying this palette, or do you have enough of these color stories? And honestly, like the whole Valentine's thing is happening. So many palettes are going to be coming out. So let us know your thoughts. Like I said, I definitely want to do at least one more YouTube Shorts tutorial using this palette. And yeah, if you are new, please subscribe. I upload 4 videos a week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.